Hello and good afternoon. We're just having a minute silence for the Hillsborough disaster. And of course, before we get on the way, my heart does go out to all the families who lost loved ones on that fateful day in that tragic FA Cup semi-final. I remember it like it was yesterday. Anyway, let's get on with this game. Huddersfield go to Pride Park looking for their first ever win at Derby County. Pride Park, of course, Derby have never felt a defeat. Huddersfield at Pride Park.
That's crucial.
Ipswich beat Newcastle United. Brighton have won their game. So Huddersfield win today. They have a slim chance
less than a victory for the visiting side in red today.
Albany now on 92.
That the Seagulls will return to the top flight for the first time
up
since
into the Premier
1983.
League. Of course, being that it's April 17th.
Really would
2017, it's happy 31st birthday to Sky.
Opportunity here
Yes,
to close the gap
original
on Newcastle
Sky.
United to 5 points to the game in hand. It's a wonderful opportunity for Huddersfield Town, but by the same token, if things go wrong for his team here this evening, they've only got a 4-point cushion themselves, and there are some teams that are in form below them. Have to be very, very careful not to slip out, because that would be
in
disaster really for
1990.
them.
Small matter of a game against Fulham next week.
A very strange happy birthday, but I think Sky do deserve a good happy birthday indeed.
Into Kachunga. It does look as though he's starting in a central position. Elias Kachunga, Huddersfield's top scorer. Some debate before the game about the precise configuration of the three behind Quana, and we've got our answer.
They're all so flexible. Any one of those three could have possibly gone in there, but when you play in that central area, then maybe the chances will fall your way to put the ball in the back of the net more than the wider players.
A third
He, of
in the
course,
championship. I'm going to go for a Derby County victory. Me, Derby are the favourites to win at Pride Park.
Squeeze applied by Thomas Ince.
Sometimes games go to the form guide.
it has to be Derby County's plan, doesn't it really? Gary Rowett will be desperately looking for a positive reaction from his players. They were so disappointed against Brentford. And they've been so good in his first 4 games.
So anybody...
Possibly it goes without saying, but he will be demanding more aggression when they're out of possession here today than they displayed at Griffin Park.
Huddersfield Town are a team
Strangely enough by Birmingham City
really
now
hurt you, and he
manager
will not
at Derby
want his
County,
team to
and a
afford
very wise
Huddersfield Town
choice
that
there
option.
by the Rams.
Quick history lesson for you. The last time Huddersfield came to Derby and won,
I hope you all had a
60
good
years
Easter.
ago, Dennis Law struck twice at the baseball ground for Bill Shankly's team.
It's not been a happy city for them to visit, has it?
A point since the mid-80s.
Theoretically, it should count for absolutely nothing. Sometimes it does. We will see.
Who are listening, hello, how are you?
It's Hefele. Dean Whitehead.
So Huddersfield sort of can still catch Newcastle. Can't see it happening. But it's Brighton and Hove Albany looking certain. Dead certs now for promotion to the
deeper
Premier
position
League.
today after
a
brief stint in the position usually associated with the number on his back.
He's very versatile, isn't he? Absolute key player this season for Huddersfield. Missed the penalty, of course, such a relief for him that Colin Guano was on hand to turn the rebound in. Massive 3 points last week.
They seem to have a problem with penalties, Huddersfield Town. They didn't have one in the league until February, then they probably missed that. Parra
If there's any Leighton Orient fans out there listening, you had a fantastic result
business against
Newcastle, beaten 2-1
relieved
at Wisbon Road. So Leighton Orient lived to fight another day. And Newport County got hammered 6-0 and already promoted Plymouth Argyle.
That they would be under from those clubs behind. Massive.
Here is Moy.
And what will also help Huddersfield, it's a very subdued atmosphere here at Pride Park. As quiet as I've known it for a very long time, I have to say.
Derby have had a pretty dismal season. Huddersfield, what can you say? I didn't think they would last the pace, but they're last in the pace. They're definitely in the playoffs. They've had an exceptional season. They succeeded all expectations this season. Come on, we all thought Huddersfield would struggle, probably get relegated to League One, but they could be on their way to the Premier League for the first time in their history. Their first season in the top flight since 1971. And no, I wasn't born then.
Approaching this number of changes in any case for Derby, but made all the more necessary in everybody's minds by the events of Friday. Opportunity for one or two to ensure they're part of things next year. And you're feeding, or hoping to feed Olsen. On alert there was
just as Andy went crossing that.
First real positivity from the home team. Some good movement there. Olsen, we know, likes to get forward. Times his run well. Credit to Joe Lolly. Yes. Switched on.
Credit I didn't give him.
Is this where Derby take the lead? It's Ince with the corner from the left. Good
Ince
corner.
To deliver. Arriving at the back was Bradley Johnson.
No, Huddersfield.
Hughes.
Woodhughes tries to head it in. Can't. The ball through. And again. Can he turn his man? He can't. Now it's been hooked away.
To the way that was, Christopher Schindler. Oh, and a bit loose by Christie.
Huddersfield. What's on the break? Lovely ball
on the move.
To the right.
It's Chris Lerber who will deliver the cross. Swept away by Pearce.
Cleared. A good effort by Huddersfield.
It was a very good cross, really good situation. Derby have a player down, and Huddersfield very sportingly. The ball out.
Bradley Johnson can get the attention.
Bradley Johnson is down for Derby, so it's a bit of breaking play.
It's coming together. Just there. Stretching, and then there's a clash of knees between himself and Van La Parra. And they can be very painful. Just there, look, knee to knee.
He'll be all right.
Twists him round as well.
Not serious. Okay. Bradley Johnson will be back up.
It's going to be a very interesting summer here at Derby County. There's one man who many would expect to continue to feature in his plans, though.
Absolutely. I described
John
Joe Shelby is the best player in the Championship the other week when I covered Newcastle. This fella at his best, very similar.
Name wrong. I'm sorry, says hi.
Good at Derby County moving.
Derby County.
So they've got a striker in Darren Benton. Knows where the back of the net is.
Derby County fan.
A touch of almost exasperation.
Maybe in
it's quite demonstrative there with Gary Rowett.
Could be Leeds United or Sheffield Wednesday.
Healthy discussion.
I just wonder whether he's talking about how you close Huddersfield Town down from the front, really, and there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. You cannot be in isolation. You have to close down with the support of those behind.
It was just a little knock. He should be okay. Get back on that pitch.
Well, the support behind Gary Rowett may be key in the summer. They have always been ready to invest.
Huddersfield are playing in the
Here's Joe Lolly trying to
red
get away
shirts.
from Will Hughes.
Lower Moss being able to
Useful ball
orange.
to
A
Craney.
chance for
Oh,
Huddersfield. And they have scored 1-0 to the Terriers.
Well, Derby perhaps wondering
A
whether
nice
the
little
flag might
side
come,
foot
but Colin Quanner is there
into
again,
the
and
right
suddenly
corner.
the goals are really flowing for the big man.
Well, you described
They sure
Martin
are.
Craney as less attack-minded than Tommy Smith, who usually plays in this position. But watch the right
Lovely
back.
ball through
He's
the
aware.
middle.
It's brilliant work from Lolly. Craney gets
Lovely
on his
pass
bike
from
in
Lolly.
behind the
And there
Derby
was
defence, and that, well, the flag could very, very easily have gone up.
There
To
wasn't
say,
offside, was
Huddersfield
it?
maybe
Just
attack
checking.
fortunate here and
Yeah,
get
well,
a
Lolly
break, but
plays
it's a
the
good ball
ball
in, and
in.
it's an even better,
Yeah, it's
deft
onside,
little flick
onside all the
into
way.
that
It's a
far
beautiful
corner
goal
from
to
Colin
and
Quanner.
number
It's amazing
40
the
just
confidence a
passes
goal
it
can bring you.
along the line.
And he's a man who's confident.
Well, delight for David Wagner on a high-pressure day. That goal against Preston
I think it's
was
Colin
worth his weight in gold, and that may
Quaner
have
who
similar value.
scored the winner. Maybe scored with number 23.
Got his first goal in
There's
the
a
FA
corner
Cup.
now.
Almost
Dabby.
instantly on his
Ball
arrival.
swung in, headed away. Good,
Not only his second
good
championship
header.
goal.
Williams heads it back in. Headed back
Two
out.
huge championship goals.
Williams heads it on the right. Ross comes in.
Vitra's free.
And we have another goal. Darren Bent has scored, has he? Has the flag gone up?
Maybe.
Oh, the
Vidra
light
should
has
score,
been a
and Darren Bent's
spokesball.
position would not be taken
Giving it
into
for
account
offside.
because it's a wonderful delivery.
It was a good delivery from the right. Ball
Gets
put
away
in.
from his marker, Vidra. And you can see
Vidra
Bent
heads
is
it
clearly
on.
offside. It's
Oh
a bit
well,
of a tame
Bent was
effort
offside.
from Mate Vidra, actually. That's synonymous with Darren Bent, isn't it? He always knows where the ball might drop.
Darren
He's
Bent's
always usually
quickest
there.
goal this season was for Leicester City in the FA Cup. Fourth round of the match, he scored 2 goals, 1 for Leicester City, and then he
as we
scored
do,
an
whether
equaliser for Derby
there might be a few
County.
twists involving former Brighton players today. Darren Bent finding the net there. Here's Christie.
So Colin Quanner, opening goal is still the goal that matters in the first 10 minutes.
Congratulations to Brighton today and producing in a real high-pressure situation against Wigan, who still fighting hard.
I think everybody
Quest
expected
to
Brighton to beat Wigan.
Secure survival.
I don't think Wigan are going to stay up. They do need a miracle to stay in the Championship. So Derby can do it.
Vidra. Bent.
Won't find Vidra with that. That was poor. And that'll be a free kick for Derby. Now committed by Will Hughes.
Why are you diving? Why are you falling over? Look at Will Hughes there. He doesn't feel... feels that Parra is certainly looking to go down. Unfortunately, there's no contact.
Well, he
is there?
put his foot in there.
Hughes
Does
hangs a
look a
leg
bit
out.
of
You
a
see
dive.
the frustration, but it is part of modern football, whether we like it or not, and most of us don't.
And LA 17 taking a dive there. That's a cool ball. That will go out for throw to Huddersfield. Oh,
Kachunga
maybe? No.
with Alex Pearce. Here is Will Hughes involved again, and Moy got a foot in as he has a habit of doing.
Here from Derby again, coming down the
Contest
right.
that actually, isn't it?
No one there. He needs support.
The game is won and lost.
Oh, he's having to go
To
backwards.
highlight about Huddersfield Town is when they have scored the first goal in a game this season, they have not lost. And I think really coming into this, yes, there's an opportunity to close on Newcastle, but also it's very important that they avoid defeat.
Well, I don't think Huddersfield can catch Newcastle.
Situations that have gone away
For
from them.
whole order.
And I think it's because they're a possession-based team, isn't it? That teams
I know
find it hard to
Easton is
get the
all
ball off
about
them.
miracles.
Create lots and lots of chances. They faced the fewest shots in the Championship prior to today, I think. Something like that. Shows you how hard it is to break them down at times.
Earlier in the season, we would have expected this to be more of a battle of
Yeah,
two
going
possession-based
nowhere.
teams, perhaps, but there's been a distinct decline in the number of passes and the average possession from Derby, but a distinct rise in shots on
Maybe
target.
a chance here for Derby.
Hughes might be working a position to
Williams can't do nothing, and maybe Huddersfield on the
picked off by
break.
Joe Lolly.
Not. And Lolly commits a foul. Free kick to the Derby.
Just couldn't take the ball in his
So
stride
far,
there.
been an intriguing game.
Olsen to get back. Abruptly brought him down.
Derby looking down that left side maybe.
Tanya. Midra.
Those Huddersfield fans are singing loud at Pride Park.
It's Lolly to win it back. Moy.
Huddersfield maybe. It's a good challenge in.
Scrapping in there by Ikechi Anya.
Good challenge that by Anya on the halfway line.
Anya. Olsen.
Hughes. Oh, that's a good ball. Good challenge in.
Looking to get Huddersfield on the move.
Now here come Huddersfield.
Colin Kwana.
The goal scorer.
Johnson's challenge, but Kachunga will pick up the pieces, and here's Dean Whitehead for Huddersfield.
It's a very good battle, isn't it, between those midfield players. Trying to be creative, but the position of both of them are dogged in their tackling, dogged in their determination.
Ball chipped in.
Will Hughes has always been a great combination of silk and spike, hasn't he? Does love a tackle.
It was a bit dodgy, but Derby get lucky. Now passing it around in their own box.
Thinly veiled aggression.
Down the middle, going to go to the left. Now just passing it back.
Here's Pierce.
And ball played all the way out to the right. Well done, Huddersfield.
Play their way out of difficulty. Moy feeling that pressure there from Hughes.
Yeah, that's the battle we're talking about, predominantly between those two players.
Going to be a very tough battle out there. Both teams passing the ball around very nicely indeed. Some crisp passing out there.
Olsen.
Both teams know how to play the ball on the ground. Derby can forward down this left side now. Can Anya put across, and he does, but it's headed out. Good defending again from Huddersfield, and that'll be a free kick to Huddersfield.
Bradley Johnson.
Bradley Johnson, the man committing the foul.
To concede possession, Huddersfield, and when they break the play up, they spring forward at pace. How big a goal could this be? And did he get the benefit of the, like they say, give the striker the benefit of the doubt when it comes to offside?
Well,
this assistant referee just about did. I mean, it's his right knee ahead of, you know, it's very, very tight. But certainly
that's not offside.
The flag could very, very easily have gone up, couldn't
never offside.
It didn't.
He's onside all the way.
Town. Colin Kwana are the beneficiaries of
Colin Kwana was onside. That would have been really harsh if the Lions would have put that up.
For the situation at the top of the championship, it's there for you all to see.
5
it's
points,
the extra breathing space ahead of 7th, which is vital, but the captain Newcastle is not perhaps unbridgeable between now and the end of the season.
Huddersfield have to win their next 3 games and hope Huddersfield don't win any of their games.
Huddersfield grateful to one of their former charges today, who got the 3rd Ipswich goal against Newcastle, Emir Hughes.
What we didn't see in that graphic, of course, is that Leeds United are now the team that have fallen out of the top 6 and been there for so very, very long.
Well, we'll have all the scores, or would I say all the results at half-time, have a little look through the league tables. One team has been relegated today. Leighton Orient could have been another team gone, but they are still okay after a 2-1 win at home to Hartlepool. We'll just say IQ Bowl is come on Derby.
He's looking for it. He's frustrated.
We do have some Derby supporters in the house. This Derby
angles
try to come
Huddersfield
forward.
Town to get all the men behind the ball, the ones that they want anyway.
Good ball played out on the right. Needs to bring it forward and put a cross in number 2. And he can't. Maybe we'll
Hughes in towards Vidra again.
Oh, good defending. Couldn't find
winning that
Vidra.
particular battle, as you would imagine he would quite often in the air.
Ball put in. Nice play. There's somebody there for Huddersfield. Huddersfield looking very impressive in this first 18 minutes. Gonna take a shot, doubt it from there. Owington just passed Hughes.
And you're popping up on this right-hand side now.
They down the right.
Christie's delivery.
Hit it out
Well
the
defended by
corner.
Chris Lerber.
So corner, Derby from the right. Captain Keown has gone up for this.
Waits. Bent going to the far post.
Ball comes in. No one
he
there.
gets into
Oh,
it. Bent is in there.
lucky
Brilliant,
for
Danny Ward.
Huddersfield. There's a
Situation
chance
in a
there for
flash.
Derby and they didn't take it.
Schindler away that time.
That's been one of the failures for Derby County this season. They just don't seem to be able to take their
Ali Nakic
chances.
fell Bent's way inside the 6-yard box.
Oh, Bench should have done better with that
Huddersfield able to repel him.
chance.
Olsen put them astray. Yes, he did.
And Derby
Offside.
again. And that's offside.
First real alarm for Huddersfield Town, provided by Darren Bent. I thought Danny Ward was
Good corner in.
out like a flash. They don't deal with that ball in there, and it bounces
How
off
has
Craney.
Derby not scored?
Danny Ward is out like an absolute flash, and actually it comes off Colin
Bench
Quanner
should have
as well.
done
So
better.
what you get there is the desire from
I think
the
Benson in
Huddersfield
the
Town
position,
players
but he hits
to
a
stop that
Huddersfield
ball
play.
finding the
He
back
should
of their
be
net.
burying that in the back of the net.
Not a major
Darren Bent
contribution from
knows
the
it.
big German frontman. Really good time in the first half of the season in Germany, and their promotion push in Berlin, replaced by big Seb Poulter from QPR in January. Kachunga does
Ball play
well.
through, he's offside, he's
That does go up
offside.
against Quanner this time.
what the assistant thought about it. He just
Oh,
delayed
Quanner
that
was
second.
well offside there when that ball was played through.
The picture in his mind. He decided that Colin
Gets the ball.
Quanner had just gone a fraction
keeps
too
hold of
soon.
it.
Was he right?
Yeah, well
See, I
offside.
would say that is more onside than the goal for me.
He's offside.
Could have been a good situation.
Nah, Quanner was offside. Quanner should have stayed back a couple of
Play on that
inches.
fine margin.
And he would have been through on goal there. He was definitely offside. He ran too early. As Williams brings this ball forward.
Hughes
kicks
to
in
drift
for
it. Aggies
Darren.
arriving here. Rainey got a touch. Away by
And
Joe
that's
Lolly.
cleared. And good defending from Huddersfield.
Will Hughes.
Oh, William Hughes.
Hughes together again. There's Lolly. Bradley Johnson to pick up possession for Derby. And Parra, Quanner.
They're not keeping the ball as well as
Going
they
to
normally
Derby
do.
on the
Huddersfield
halfway
Town. I have
line.
to say, they seem to be intent
On
on
the right
allowing
side.
Derby County to come on the front foot, and that graphic there completely highlights that. It's not quite their normal style, is it?
69% has been in the middle of
Keep
the
the ball off
park.
the opposition. And
And of
see
course,
it for
there's
long
been a good
periods.
battle between both sets
It's
of
cutting in from the flank as Bent makes
midfielders.
progress.
As Derby
Anya.
now got the ball in the box, can't go nowhere. Maybe
Olsen.
a cross that's a very, very deep cut, but it's
It's
not
up
able to
well,
get
and
it
Johnson
down.
coming in.
No, he can't keep hold of it.
Anya.
Now what can Hughes do? Back to Anya. Anya plays it on the left. Olsen, come on, get a ball in. He has. Anyone able to head it? Yes, it's a Huddersfield player.
Alex Pierce.
And now go out for a goal kick.
Header from Michael Heffler there. A bit of height, a bit of distance.
So Derby do look a bit lightweight in that final
inviting
third.
Derby County onto them, and I think that is a little bit of a dangerous game to play.
Well, he's recruited so well. The back four certainly bearing his stamp with the 3 of his summer signings.
Flies in the face of what it normally takes to get out of the Championship, doesn't it? It really does. You really think of Watford that have done it anything similar to the way Huddersfield Town are trying to do it.
The one thing you would say about them, and all the cultural collisions
Derby,
aside, they do have a recent history of earning promotion and sort of top of the table
And there'll be a
mentality.
throw-in. Can Derby
Certainly
take
served them
a long
well.
throw-in from the right?
That is key
They can't.
to any success for a football club.
And now he's trying to Huddersfield, maybe the counter-attack.
Juana really has got a taste for it.
Taking one, taking two.
No one can stop him.
Plays it out on the left.
Parra.
Ball needs to come in now. It's not a bad cross, but there's nobody there, and that goes
He was
out.
hoping for.
Kick.
Disappointing, but how good was Colin?
Was disappointing.
In that, it's the ball up in his own half.
Initially,
He
when he
just drives,
crosses
uses
in,
his
it
pace
looks
and his
pretty
power.
decent.
Easily gets past Richard Keogh, doesn't he? Holds the ball up and keeps possession, and I think that's the thing that Huddersfield haven't done particularly well so far.
Wagner saying when he arrived that his physicality would certainly
Well, at the
help
moment,
him
Huddersfield
get to grips with the English game very quickly.
won't mind too much. They do have the lead. They are 1-0 up against Derby. There's slim chances of getting automatic
He emerged from
promotion.
the shadow of Ricky Wells in his short time in West
Well,
Yorkshire.
they're on course maybe to cause a shock that won't happen.
Until this week.
Just highlights the extra bit of depth that they've got that maybe they haven't had in the past.
25 minutes gone.
Pierce.
Right.
Schindler.
Away.
Hughes and Vidra combining and
Derby
combining
find
well.
it hard to
Christie.
get through that
Will be a
stubborn
free kick
Huddersfield
for-
defence.
Only a challenge on Mate Vidra.
It's going to be harder for Derby because they don't have the best,
Good play. Short, sharp passing.
the most potent forwards in the Championship. They've not
He
been
might hit the guilty
scoring
man.
enough. And Derby do have a
Over the
chance
course
now
of the
of
season
free
of
kick.
conceding goals from set pieces, but it's something that they've improved on. recent
Far
weeks.
out. Would Derby attempt to score?
Brave the way they defend them,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it is.
Very high line.
Ball out on the right of the 6. Oh, they're
Has
going to
the
go for it.
ability
I
to
think.
conjure
No,
something
chipped
here.
in,
Richard Keogh coming in around the back.
headed away, and it's headed out. Going by
Solid as
Huddersfield.
usual. Whitehead. That's a good ball.
Could be a
Lonnie
chance
is
maybe
after
for
it.
Huddersfield.
But so too was Olsen.
Well, lucky for Derby County that it was.
We'll say
Marcus
Lolly
Olsen,
of Huddersfield
not one of the
having
two
a
central
really,
defenders.
really good game.
Fancy Lolly in a race with those.
Lolly's got some pace on him. And of course, Lolly
Intervention from
assisted
Derby
the
County's
player
left back.
who set up Colin Quanah for the opening goal, which was not offside.
Bent. And Parra down on the deck here for Huddersfield as Derby make their move.
Derby now got to get a ball
It's
in,
to come
maybe.
inside.
No, they
Bent.
don't.
Kachunga to steal in. Oh, Ince did get it under his spell and how, and Hughes.
No, poked away.
They're going to put it out. Yes, they
And
are.
Huddersfield
There'd have
put
been
the ball
controversy
out.
had
There's
anything
a
come of
down
that,
for
because Huddersfield
Huddersfield.
very graciously earlier on in the game in identical circumstances. The first wave came to nothing, but the second wave they put it out. Derby didn't. This is how it happened. It's fairly innocuous, doesn't it, really?
He's gone for the ball. Come on, that's wasn't that bad. The Derby player went for the ball.
Perhaps quite got the Garlands and the Plaudits and some of the others in the attacking third half.
Huddersfield player was hit with
Huddersfield this season, Rajiv van der Parra, but he's had his crucial moments.
It's not a foul.
There's certainly a feeling that they're missing the individuality and creativity of a Casey Palmer or an Izzy Brown, the two Chelsea loanees who've suffered injuries at a vital time.
Actually, and that's what makes it even more impressive achievement. Some of the injury problems that Huddersfield have had this season to key players, and they've overcome them.
You can't knock
only
this
temporary for the Dutchman.
What David Wagner has got, he's got a solid team. Not got much of a squad, but he's got a team spirit. And they're a very, very good team.
David Wagner is having
not
a quick word with Martin Craney over on the touchline. They say about him that he spots things on the training ground that nobody else does. They won't tell you what though.
That's what a manager does on the training ground and on the pitch. Jessica Edwards says, up the Terriers. We have a Huddersfield Town supporter in the chat. Hello, how are you?
Sensational, hasn't it? He's achieved this group of players. Doesn't matter what happens between now and the end of the season, or indeed the end of the playoffs, if that's what it is. It's just been a wonderful, wonderful season for Huddersfield Town.
Hope the BBC Sports have updated all the league tables this time.
And that was Dean Whitehead. Van der Parra back amongst them.
Here come Huddersfield.
With his foot down on the
accelerator. Now on the right, that's good defending from
Cyrus Christie, the roadblock.
And Christie, good blocking off that.
From Cyrus Christie.
I think that's going to be a throw-in. I'm not sure the hoots to Derby, so... Really decent defending there from Christie, to put his man off down that right.
International player on the outside looking in since Gary Rowett has taken the helm. Well, here's an opportunity, Joe Lolly. Just a heavy touch, but brought back for an earlier foul.
The referee's indicating handball. Decided to see if there was an advantage, and there wasn't. This is the handball that the referee spots just there. Yeah, really. Johnson, good referee, and he gave the situation time to breathe to see if there was an advantage, and then pulled it back.
Darren Bond deserving credit. Certainly like to see that. Aaron Boyd to play it in. Towards Schindler. Hefferler will make a nuisance of himself here.
And it's headed out.
Darren Bent, always a useful defender of set pieces.
Straight back in, maybe. Possession.
Lolly might be the target here.
Oh, that is poor. That's going to have to be a goal kick.
They've just settled the game down a little bit. Now Huddersfield kept the ball a little bit better the last 10 minutes or so.
Joe Lawson looks quite impressive.
Sting out of the game, because Derby just had a little period of slight pressure.
He's covered quite a lot of Pride Park so far.
Not a game of many attempts.
Well, one shot on target which Huddersfield scored.
Seen that statistic about Derby having no attempts on target. Seen that Darren Bent effort blocked. If it's blocked by a defender, Opta do not count it as being on target. Well, just for your information, that's
quite remarkable, isn't it, really, and maybe a little bit silly. It's a shot by Darren Bent. It was going in the net. Had the defender not got his knee in the way, so it is a shot on target.
Well, they
Told rules are rules.
yeah, it's not untold, but Darren eventually scored. He should have buried it in the net.
Here's Pierce. Sugar closing him down.
What?
Causing a bit of anxiety.
Odd long ball
around
playing
Pride
another
Park.
hoof up the pitch.
Which perhaps understandably has not been its usual raucous self today.
And that's going to go out for a goal.
Just getting onto Alex Pierce a little bit, because he seems to get the ball and turn back, and I suppose passing the ball out of defence is not
And
his
Pierce
strength.
didn't know what to do with that ball.
But also he needs a little bit of help from the teammates in front of him to give him angles so he can make the forward passes that the crowd are craving.
For Derby County this season. Long kick taken by the keeper.
Johnson. Kachunga. Craney.
A very long ball by Craney, but that'll be
Yes, certainly did have plenty of time to guide it back to Scott Carson. It's a measure of how sound they've been defensively that only David Stockdale, the Brighton goalkeeper, has more clean sheets than Carson this season. The trouble is, at the other end, Derby have drawn a blank an alarming number of times, really, for the players they have at their disposal.
It's remarkable, isn't it?
17. Only Wigan and Rotherham suffer that fate more often. Where are they?
Yeah. Although Huddersfield aren't overly prolific either, they usually score one goal at least in a game.
For Derby.
Well, I don't want to bombard you with statistics, but at this time last season, Huddersfield had actually scored more goals than they have now.
That free kick was taken from the
They were in
wrong
19th place.
Into the Derby, played out on the right. They're going to get that crossing quick.
Christie.
Christie plays it to Hughes. Hughes is going to play back to Christie. Christie needs to get a cross in. Come on.
Ince wants it, but in it goes.
Not the
Heffer
best of
beating bent to
crosses.
it.
That's
Johnson.
scuffed and that's hooked away by
Left
Huddersfield.
foot.
The one thing that has happened under Gary Rowett is the goals output has increased. There's no question about that. So it's one of the problems that he's been able to address a little bit.
Let's be honest, 5 games coming into this, 10 points he's got. I mean, if you're looking to do good business in the Championship, that's the kind of record you need.
Is it? It's automatic promotion form, but unfortunately you can't just do it over 5 games. You do it over 46.
I think Gary Rowett will do a decent job with Derby, and next season they will be promotion contenders. He's a really decent manager. And look at Birmingham City. They are looking at the trapdoor to League One. Why they sacked Gary Rowett, I don't know. That was one of the most
really experienced
sackings
at
of
this
the
level.
season.
All of them. Obviously, Gary Rowett will need time to get to crack
Winning by
the code.
Derby again, it's not good enough, but Willie does it.
Hughes.
He puts the ball in, and the keeper grabs that with ease. He's going to play that out
Prove
quick,
that
is
quality
he?
in the final third.
No,
Derby County
rolls
has
it
really,
out.
because apart from that block by Quiner, I can't think of any other sort of real alarming moments that they've had.
Well, as long as Huddersfield defend,
A little talk about people having to manage
defending numbers,
upwards.
get their man marking
Demanding chairman
correct,
in Mel Morris.
they'll be all right. For Derby,
So
not
giving Gary
really
Rowett the
been
job,
firing
and,
all cylinders in that final third.
He's really embracing every aspect of it.
Derby have a shocker at Brentford on Good Friday, losing 3-0 down at Griffin Park.
Some have maybe not found the upstairs influence as welcome, if I can put it that way.
Well, you know, if you take this job, you're going into a position which will be volatile. If you don't get it right, you won't last long. But the flip side is you also know you're going into a job where you will receive financial backing.
And just take another throw
Nobody
in
can
down
knock
that
Morris
left
for
side.
that.
He's going to go long? I don't think so. Is he actually going to float in any time soon? Yes, he has, and that'll be headed out think another throw in
play for another throw.
Derby, even closer to the corner flag. And Derby not enough options.
Anya.
And he's got the ball, but he can't go in the other place. But Olsen, and that's out for a throw-in.
Very tight.
Olsen asking for somebody to come. Well, it's done to the ball. This throw-in finally taken. And they'll play the ball back to Derby. Into the middle. Now out in the right. Ince.
Bradley Johnson. Olsen.
Here goes Olsen again, back down that left side. Anya's got the ball now. He can't go low. He passes it back to Olsen. Olsen puts the ball in, and it's headed away very comfortably by Huddersfield, and then it's been booted up
unbelievably dominant
all the way to Carson.
In the air for Huddersfield Town. He's been outstanding. He's got his head on
That's
every
good
cross,
defending by
every corner, every
Huddersfield.
free kick.
Just clear it. Or was that a shot on goal?
Fair and square. Johnson making a break from midfield. It's Olsen looking to find him.
It's no good, Derby. Easy clearance for Huddersfield.
Into Quana. Raji
Maybe
Parra with
Huddersfield
Lerver
can
on the
come
move
forward.
outside.
We come up to the last 5 minutes.
Moy. Kachunga.
They'll play it out on the
Lolly.
right.
Craney. Described as less forward thinking than Tommy Smith
Well,
earlier.
Huddersfield just happen to keep hold of possession.
It probably does. It probably does.
And absolutely nothing. Huddersfield won't mind being 1-0 up.
Well, yeah.
Just pass the ball back to the
Credit
keeper.
to Ryan Sessegnon again on the score sheet today for Fulham.
Back out on
16-year-old.
the right for Huddersfield. Derby's left. A long ball played into nowhere. I think Huddersfield will just win a throw-in.
A few weeks ago, it was a formality that the already top 6, 4 that were in there were going to be the 4 that stayed in there. But
Rainey throws the ball in. And Huddersfield in their own half going nowhere in particular. The long ball probably going to be played.
Moy.
Long ball played over the top.
Keogh.
Keogh heads it away.
There's Pearce. Johnson.
Maybe a chance for
Bent dot flick.
Derby. Then again, maybe not.
Chris
The ball
Lerver.
booted away all the way to Carson.
it hasn't been a brilliant Huddersfield Town performance, but it's certainly been a disciplined one.
And Huddersfield want the result. They scored a really decent
Danny
goal.
Ward in the goal.
Deservedly
Very difficult for
in
Derby
the
County.
lead.
Ince. On to Vidra.
That's a poor ball from Vidra. That's a good ball now. Huddersfield down the right. Can they get a decent cross in? Ooh.
Will Hughes back there.
Well done, Will Hughes.
They're headed out for a
Must have to
corner.
get back and intercept that cross. But that's what Huddersfield are capable, that brilliant interplay, passing and movement. Kachunga it is,
That's a
sorts his
really,
feet out
really
really
good
quickly, and
pass.
that allows Joe Lolly
Luckily.
opportunity to cross the ball. If Will Hughes doesn't get that, Kachunga's not going to be far away
Got
from
a
that.
chance, but Hughes was there.
First corner. Opposition corners tend to make the nerves
Those arms
tingle
are
in these
moved.
parts.
Move spelt with a Y.
Moy's delivery beyond Heffeler. Lolly.
Lolly puts the ball in, headed away.
Whitehead.
Nothing much there from Whitehead, but still with Huddersfield in their own half. We're into the last minutes of the first half. Might be about 2 minutes, 3 minutes of injury time.
It's
And
Christie's
we'll
header.
get on with all the results. Because later on today, Arsenal play Middlesbrough. Now Arsenal have had some appalling away results.
Movement ahead of the ball, and it's not amazing, I have to say. Lots of players.
But I am certain that Arsenal will get all 3 points at Middlesbrough.
Change if they're going to get anything out of this game.
Very good record.
That's why the crowd is so quiet.
Stadium in Middlesbrough.
Lots of this kind of pass.
Scoring goals.
Sidewards passes, but passes that aren't really hurting Huddersfield Town at all.
Burnley at home, you ain't got much chance of scoring against Arsenal.
Backwards.
But if Arsenal lose that will be embarrassing.
Vidra.
On the ball now going nowhere.
To Anya.
Oh, Anya lost his footing, but he's still got the ball. Can he get a ball in? He can.
Bent is at the back post.
Oh, and everyone's missed it. But I've got another chance. Christine puts it in. It's a poor header.
Johnson. And hacked away by Schindler. I have to say, in their header had certainly got to grips with Darren Bent. Nice friendly hug for him.
Well, we have to do better than that in the final third. That was really poor from Derby in the final third.
Olsen.
Kia to Christine.
Here's Christie.
Here he comes. Is he going to shoot? No, he's going to fall over, but he wins a free kick.
The punishment for that, nor does he deserve to.
Absolutely no option, does he? Good play from Cyrus Christie, and he's nowhere near the ball. Parra.
Yeah, he's a free kick.
Forwards challenge.
Well, you should know.
I should.
Number 17, Van La Parra. More unpronounceable names.
Taking charge of this situation as we head into 3 added
Number
minutes.
17 has been booked. 3 minutes of injury time. Spot on. This will Derby County score. Just on the right side. Oh, that's pretty far out. It's going to be a Stuart Pearce classic. A David Beckham style. Ooh, God, he smashed it against the wall. That's another free kick. Yeah, low. Thought he got away with it, but he had shoved Will Hughes over.
It's a long way out.
Referee. Oh, he's barged him out the way.
It's a needless.
It's a free kick.
Attempting to score from there. An element of frustration in that for Tommins.
Yeah, the referee can't be on.
Personal numbers very good this season.
Well,
14 goals in all competitions.
No, it's Will Hughes. What are they gonna? Is Willie's gonna pass this out on the left to Ince, and Ince is gonna take a shot.
It's Will Hughes who's taking charge of this set piece.
Oh, can they score from this set piece?
Bradley Johnson
Straight in there. Oh,
it's defended by Schindler.
Nothing for Derby.
At Huddersfield, they
Well,
feel
I say
he's been
Derby have definitely
unsung
hit the
outside
ball
the club.
in the final
Talk about
third
top centre backs in this division. Vidra
with no effect as Huddersfield clear it upfield.
Crosses from Derby really do keep coming in over and over and over again. You have to give Huddersfield not just their defenders, but you have to give them real credit for the way they've defended.
Huddersfield's been absolutely spot on. But attacking-wise, Derby have been lackless. It's been
Hughes gets his head on it.
Derby.
Quana. Ince.
Another free kick for Derby.
Realistically, having any hope of winning the ball.
I don't really understand why he's having a nibble. He's got
number
Tommins with his back to
23.
goal, going away.
And I missed the opportunity because they were still showing the replay.
That's a heart in mouth moment.
For us.
Yeah, and for us, yeah. Looking at the replay, but really quickly taken.
Oh, Vidra missed it by miles.
Really on the
Open
stretch.
goal, he put it wide.
That was a distinctly quick free kick. And a quick word before we finish.
Quick free kick, and it didn't work.
What is to come? And
Hopefully we'll be doing Norwich v Brighton. That should be the promotion party for Brighton.
Newcastle,
and then on Monday night we'll do Newcastle v Preston.
Sky Sports 1. The first half here.
Anyway, that's the first half over and done with.
And Brighton having to wait at the moment for official confirmation of their return to the Premier League. Thanks to Colin Quanner's second goal over Easter. Maybe a hint of offside about it, but Huddersfield in charge here at Pride Park in terms of the scoreline. It's Derby 0, Huddersfield 1.
Brighton have never played in the Premier League, so it's not a return to the Premier League. They have played in the top flight. That was the old First Division in the early 80s. Right, we'll go through the league tables after we've done all the results. We start off with the Sky Bet Championship. Fulham 3, Aston Villa 1. Barnsley 1, Brentford 1. Good result for Burton Albany. Birmingham City 0, Burton Albany 2. Blackburn Rovers 1, Bristol City 1. And of course Brighton and Hove Albany 2, Wigan Athletic 1. Cardiff City 1, Nottingham Forest 0. Another big result, Ipswich Town 3, Newcastle United 1. Leeds United 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. Preston North End 1, Norwich City 3. And Queen's Park Rangers 1, Huddersfield 2. And Reading 2, Rotherham United already relegated 1. The Sky Bet League 1. Already promoted Sheffield United 3, Bradford City 0. AFC Wimbledon 0, Peterborough United 0. Bristol Rovers 1, Oldham Athletic 0. Oh, do I really have to read this one out? Charlton Athletic 3, Gillingham 0. Great, but I think we'll be okay. Fleetwood Town 1, Millwall 0. Northampton Town 1, Shrewsbury Town 1. But hey, Oxford United 2, Port Vale 0. Rochdale 2, already relegated, Coventry City 0. Scunthorpe United 3, Chesterfield 1. Southend United 1, MK Dons 2. Another good result. Walsall 1, Swindon Town 0. Off to League 2. Cheltenham 2, Grimsby Town 1. Accrington Stanley 1, Crawley Town 0. He made a new team up. Barnet 0, Wycombe Wanderers 2. Cambridge United 1, Exeter City 0. Carlisle United 1, Stevenage Borough 1. Doncaster Rovers 0, Blackpool 1. Vital result here for Leyton Orient. Leyton Orient 2, Hartlepool United 1. Mansfield Town 1, Luton Town 1. Morecambe 1, Colchester United 1. Notts County 1, Portsmouth 3. Plymouth Argyle 6. Newport County 1. And Yeovil Town 3, Crewe Alexandra 0. Off to the National League. Aldershot Town 1, Dover Athletic 0. Barrow 3, North Ferriby United 1. Chester 2, Woking 3. Dagenham and Redbridge 2, Sutton United 2. Eastling 2, Bromley 1. Gateshead 1, Lincoln City 2. Guiseley 1, Tranmere Rovers 2, Macclesfield Town 1, Solihull Moors 3, Maidstone United 1, Bournemouth 0. A bit of a shock result here. Southport 2, Forest Green Rovers 0. Torquay United 3, Braintree Town 1, York City 1, Wrexham 3. National League North. You know you want these results. AFC Fleet 1, Bradford Park Avenue 1. AFC Telford United 2, Nuneaton Town 4. Altrincham 1, Kidderminster Harriers 4. Boston United 2, Gloucester City 2. Bracknell Town 0, Gainsborough Trinity 0. Darlington 4, AFC United of Manchester 2. Harrogate Town 0, FC Halifax Town 3. Salford City 1, Creusden Ashton 0. Stalybridge Celtic 0, Chorley 1. Tamworth 4, Alfreton Town 1. And Worcester City 0, Stockport County 0. And we'll finish off in the National League South. Vanderrama, we don't need that. Bath City 3, Paul Town 0. Chelmsford City 3, Welling United 1. Concord Rangers 3, Whitehawk 0. Dartford 3, Hampden and Richmond 1. Eastborough 4, East Thurrock United 0. Gosport Borough 0, Oxford City 1. Hemel Hempstead Town 2, Hungerford Town 0. Margate 0, Ebbsfleet United 1. St Albans City 3, Western Supermare 0. True City 0, Maidenhead United 3. And Wealdstone 5, Bishop Stortford 0. That's the results. Let's go through quickly through the tables. And yes, the BBC have updated. So if Huddersfield win today, they'll be on 80 points, 12 points behind Brighton and 5 behind Huddersfield. Let me do my maths now. So 12 points. They'll be level on with Brighton, but Brighton just need to win on Friday and they are in the Premier League at last. Leeds United level on points now with Fulham, who leapfrog them into the playoffs with Sheffield Wednesday, Reading and Huddersfield. And that's so the playoff picture is between Leeds, Fulham, Sheffield Wednesday and I would say Reading and Huddersfield are all but confirmed. Down at the bottom we all know Rotherham are relegated. Wigan, I think if they lose the next game with 2 left and Nottingham Forest or Blackburn win, Wigan are down, but it looks pretty hopeless for Wigan. Blackburn, they did secure another point, 1 point behind the Forest, 3 behind Birmingham. Burton picking up a vital win against Birmingham as Bristol City got a vital point over Blackburn. Well, there's I would say 5 teams in it. QPR are all but safe. Wolves are certainly safe. So Bristol City, Burton, Birmingham, Nottingham Forest and Blackburn are all in the mire. And if Wigan can win their last 3 games, maybe, I don't know. I can't see Wigan surviving. But I'm going to go it's between them 5. And Burton still producing the miracle of the season along with Huddersfield Town. League 1, well, Sheffield United already up. Bolton play Bury tomorrow. If Bolton win, they go on 82 points. And then Fleetwood are they're sort of still in with a chance. Then it's Scunthorpe and Bradford. Probably definitely in the playoffs. It's Millwall, Southend and Rochdale and Bristol Rovers battling for 6th. Down at the bottom, Coventry already gone and Chesterfield have been relegated. They've got 2 games left and can only get to 45 points with Bury on 46. Swindon are next on 44. And Port Vale with a game in hand on 45. Bury play Port Vale tomorrow. Then it's Shrewsbury. Gillingham, we're in 18th on 49. I would say Oldham and Northampton, with the way the fixtures are all but safe. In League 2, I think another promotion has been confirmed. Let me just do the maths. Even though my maths are not great. 3 points, that's 2, that's 7. Yep, Doncaster, Plymouth Argyle and now Portsmouth have all been promoted to League 2. So Luton, Stevenage, Exeter, Blackpool, Carlisle, Cambridge, Colchester, Accrington, Macclesfield and Wickham are all playing for the playoffs. I think Luton look more than confirmed. Another point will see them good. Stevenage in 3 points. Exeter, probably another win will see them through. Blackpool just keep on winning and all those below can't make the playoffs, but it's still a good battle going on there. Leyton Orient, if they wouldn't have beaten Hartlepool today, would have been down, but they still can make it. They got 9 points. Their target is 44 points. They have to win every single game now, or they're down, and hope Hartlepool win none of them, and the same with Newport, who got hammered 6-1. It's very tight there with Newport on 42, Hartlepool on 43, minus 19 for Hartlepool, minus 19 for 23. Leyton Orient on minus 33. They just keep on winning their last 3 and they will have a chance. Cheltenham, Crawley, Crewe and Yeovil are all safe. Quick look into the National League. Not up yet. Another win for Lincoln City and they are promoted. Tranmere, Forest Green with a shocker at already relegated Southport, and Dagenham and Redbridge I would say make the playoffs. Then it's Aldershot, Dover and Barrow fighting for the final playoff place. Down at the bottom it's all over for Southport. Many moons ago they were relegated, but picked up a win today. North Ferriby United, 2 games. They have gone. When then it's Torquay, Braintree, York, Guiseley. 49, 48, 48, 47. Then Solihull, Moors and Woking back on 51 each. Maybe Chester on 52. Just got to look over their shoulder, but if they win their next games or any of those teams lose, they'll be safe. And well done to Maidstone in 13th. Now got 56 points. Their first season in the conference and they have survived. As I'm concerned, that's the league tables done. Yep, that's the league tables done. As a Gillingham fan, still pretty nervous, but I think we'll just about be okay. So if your team's got promotion, well done. If your team got relegated today, well I've got to say unlucky. Maybe you'll come straight back up next season. I'm going to go and have a cup of tea and get straight into the second half.
Wagner
We're
had
back
made
again with
tracks.
the second half. Ryan Young says, "You can do it, Derby." Well,
Darren well put in by
as
Van
Jimmy
Parra.
Grief said, it's a game of two
Right in front
halves.
of David Wagner, who is
Always a
furious
chance
at that
that
decision.
Derby
He's
can
having a go
turn
at the
this
fourth official
around.
because Van Parra clearly got the ball there.
And Wenger not happy with that.
Here come Derby with Vidra.
Middle.
Into Anya.
Good ball, played out on the left.
Olsen.
Ball needs to go slow.
Anya.
Come on, get a cross in.
Heffler out there.
It
Means he won't be able to get a cross away.
And luckily Derby
Whoever
gets a
does.
corner as loped out. Maybe the players should be
Anya,
getting
such
that
an
crossing
important
a
part
little
of
earlier.
the Watford
Anya
side,
goes
which
to take this
won
corner.
promotion to the Premier League.
And can Derby really attack
Richard Keogh up there.
with
Facing an
purpose?
old
They
club
did
today.
it in the first half. Ball comes in from Anya.
And in the end, it's behind by Martin Craney.
Craney's head.
I'm not sure, does Darren Bent just missed it? Does he seem to get
They're going to do all
ahead
the
of Craney?
attacking.
Doesn't get
No
the
good doing all
contact.
the attacking, you don't
Comes
score.
off Craney. Been half a
Huddersfield
chance.
are not going to gift the goal to
Delivery.
Derby. That is
Moyes able to comfortably deal
guaranteed.
with that one as Christopher
Derby are
Schindler.
going to have to work for this goal, and there's a player
in some
down for
discomfort.
Huddersfield. He's giving himself a hug. Now going for a little nap.
Keogh runs right into him, doesn't he? It's part of the routine, blocking Schindler off. Gives Alex Pearce the run. Not
A
spotted by the
little
officials.
clash. No, he's woken up again. He went for a little rest.
Well, thank you for that gentleman's thoughts about the news coming out of Birmingham tonight that Gianfranco Zola has resigned as manager. Gary Rowett as Derby manager recorded more league wins at St Andrews than Gianfranco's, or the same number of wins as Gianfranco Zola did as Birmingham
Looking
manager.
over their shoulders at league as well.
Wasn't really
Things go a bit
Birmingham got rid
worse.
of somebody that
Just
from a point outside the playoffs
just
and
above Nottingham
going really,
Forest.
really well. It's a massive gamble that has ultimately backfired on the owners of Birmingham City. And they're now in a massive battle to
Birmingham last relegated
survive.
to the
Lost to
second
Burton today.
as it was known in 94
Some very big clubs again
under the great
really
Barry
worrying
Farr.
about their championship status. Nottingham Forest beaten today by Cardiff. Blackburn's position has been fairly entrenched for most of the season. They've got a real fight on. Although a good Easter for them.
Can't knock Derby. Passing from Derby, absolutely superb.
Christie.
Here they go. Ball comes in. No
Way by
wonder.
Joe Lolly.
Same old from Derby.
Anya.
He's going to shoot. Is he going to
Up for the
shoot?
shot. Oh,
Good side. Good side.
some real work for Ward to do.
Well, it's been a long time coming, hasn't it? And that's
The
better
decent effort from
for the home
Derby.
team. It's the crowd up on their feet. This is what he's capable of. Kichianya
One's in.
real runs with the ball at pace.
Yeah, and that is a
Works the space to get the strike on. And the good thing is, he hits the target. He draws a fine save from Danny Ward.
And that was the best opportunity for Derby.
Anya.
Here it comes.
Oh, bent.
And it's clear the goal.
So free in
Big
there,
back
but he
in. And there's a player
Heffler is in
display
pain.
down for Huddersfield. A bit dazed.
Again, I think
Will play
Three
it
of his
still.
men, Darren Bent flies in, and his boot is high, and when he doesn't get the ball, he
So he was
barges
shoved
into
in.
Heffler.
What happened
Playing
there?
forward. Heffler again grappling, but it's just that
He got a
afterwards.
little knock in the back.
Bent catches him
Nothing in it,
he does
nothing in
grapple
it.
with his
I've got to say,
men that he's
Huddersfield
marking Heffler, and you wonder, well, if I were a
defending
Derby player, I'd be
showing
pointing
their
that out to the
defensive
referee. Have a
qualities.
look at this, check it out, keep your eye on it.
It's been top notch.
Derby
Seven
recording their
attempts
first
for Derby.
official attempt on target.
They've had one shot on
Night.
target.
Anya.
Oh,
Really has come to life since the start of this second half.
That's because he's being positive.
moment
his
Derby
work.
absolutely
Positive
dominated.
stuff in the first half from Derby players, but this is really positive. It's Effler that again he draws him out the centre, turns him, just can't quite pick a teammate. Again, it's another one of those periods in the game where Huddersfield continue to sit back and invite Derby on.
And the Parra turning in. Ooh, and he's well in the goal. Oh, it's really just gone down. Is there anything wrong with him? He's holding his knee on.
He is, and I'm sure his teammates have pointed out now.
And
I'm sure his teammates had seen.
Very sporting indeed.
Sporting Huddersfield. It's not a head injury, they have time to carry on if they want. It's this Parra attempts to shoot the shot and kicks Will Hughes on the back of the calf.
Not the fault of number 17.
Follow through. Painful one.
Understandably, they perhaps haven't been as vocal today as usual. An excellent turnout, and youngsters perhaps being indoctrinated into the Derby cause today. Kids for a quid at Pride Park today.
Bring it on. Future. Future.
Feeling that Derby pride as the song goes.
I'm just looking at this. I don't know what their pride assets.
He's in pain as well, by the way. He couldn't stay down that long if he's not in pain. Hughes. Full-blooded whack to the back of the calf.
He won't be the only manager concerned with Hughes being down on the deck. Eddie Boothroyd, ahead of England's Under-21 European Championship campaign in the summer. Skippered them during the last international break. Talking about Richard Keogh facing his former club. Jacob Butterfield was a significant contributor to the Terriers' cause. A reluctant sale to Derby County, who really did beat away at the door, if you like. Richard Keogh had a brief loan spell in West Yorkshire when he was with Bristol City. Hughes back into the fray. Brady, Olsen. Hughes, certainly moving freely. Vidra. And off Whitehead, who got his foot in. Volley away. Johnson. Huddersfield can do a different type of performance. They haven't had a shot since the goal. It was in the 9th minute. So they're just happy to soak it up and sit back. And so far, the County haven't been able to penetrate them and hurt them. Just the one real save for Danny Ward. Getting away from Moy there. Olsen's cross. Fence coming in. Danny Ward able to grab it. Release, looking up towards Colin Planner. Well, it's been a rare thing, Huddersfield moving away from their, significantly away from their main philosophy, their game plan, their front foot style. That's happened on a couple of previous occasions.
He can be really huge.
This is a team that are having 30% of the ball that normally have close to 60% of the ball. That's the difference today. There are more than one way to win a football game. Being very, very resilient, but I do think it's a little bit of a gamble.
space.
Or shot by Whitehead.
From Huddersfield.
Aaron Moy. It's loose from Hughes and Parra. Possession. Lerber has found himself well up the field. It's Ince. Hughes back to Ince. Whitehead had filled in.
That'll be a relief man there, getting the ball away very cheaply. His fullback gone beyond him and that just left them a little bit exposed. Painful.
Spurs, Southampton and Bolton went up instead. Ince, Hughes looking to get there. Well, Tommy Smith is going to make an appearance with half an hour to go here. One of the outstanding players in this season's championship campaign. Critical figure for Huddersfield Town. He's going to replace Martin Craney. Smith proving that Smith is not the only fullback who's got a quality assist in it today.
Played his part. Certainly manager thinks of that.
Captured him from Manchester City.
Derby got half an hour to turn this game around.
Very grateful that they did.
Huddersfield, 30 minutes just to keep it.
Long-time coach of the
1-0, maybe
great
add a
link-up with
second.
Manchester City, great personal relationship with the club, which undoubtedly will have
This is
helped in that.
Panini Football, home of live streaming. All games are neutral and it's all ad-free.
I suppose it is a time of the season where sometimes managers do think strategically about spreading out the minutes.
Do see anything for donations that will be for charity.
His team.
Hopefully next season we'll have that up and running. Anything you donate to this channel via the live streams will go straight to charity and not in my bank account.
Keogh.
I just haven't worked out how to do it all. Once I work out
for Scott Carson.
I'll start it next season, and then let's see if we can raise a bit of money
Here's Olsen.
for charity through these live
Vidra.
streams. Anything I make on this channel
Parra
is
winning that
purely
one.
through
On for
the
Kachunga.
AdSense. As Huddersfield maybe could come forward and add a
Over arriving.
second. Slow.
Van La Parra.
He's number 17. Can he get across?
Away
No,
from
he's
Theo
taken
and he's
on two.
getting
This
it
could be a chance here for
Promises
Huddersfield.
Alex Pearce.
Ooh. Well done, Pearce. Good defending that from Derby.
Brilliant play.
You can't fault Derby
Real danger.
in defence or in midfield. It's just up front. It's
Some
not
considerable
happening.
time.
Sort of thing you expect to see with a good deal more regularity when Huddersfield Town come to town. Undeniably produced some of the most eye-catching football in the division this year.
Yes, they do.
Tonight hasn't certainly been one of those performances, but different kind. It's been resolute and disciplined and determined. And Derby County so far haven't been good enough to break them down. Does this show Gary Rowett?
first
work to be
ever
done this
win
summer.
at Pride Park.
I know there are those Derby fans in the wake of Griffin Park on Friday, that 4-0 defeat. They're thinking that's the side of Derby Gary Rowett needed to see. I think he knew it was there in any case. But I wonder just how many of the current faces will be major figures next season.
Certainly as a club whose transfer policy in the summer we'll all be intrigued by, I'm sure about that.
Just whether there's a pervading mentality of sort of only getting so far and then falling.
I mean, I think if I were a Derby County player, I'd know that Mel Morris is going to give Gary Rowett a lot of money to spend to build success. This is a club that is desperate for a Premier League. They've been close a couple of times, but not close enough to get there. It's his job now to push them over the line. So these players that actually are here, they're under pressure to show Gary Rowett they're good enough to be here next year to achieve what he wants to achieve.
Saw Nicky Wells getting ready to come on there, who got his first goal in a couple of months in that 7-minute blitz against Norwich you might have seen with us the other week.
For Huddersfield, if they play the right ball,
a bit of Boney M to serenade.
Looking for an opener.
Chandler Parra. Boy.
Parra.
Careful.
Done backwards, but they still hold possession.
Alex Pearce is underneath this. Hughes and Moy again together, and Anya stepped in, but it will be a Huddersfield free kick.
He's given a free kick away. Williams can't believe it. And Wells will come on.
And the Parra close at hand was the man withdrawn.
Then Parra is going off.
Just slot in where Kachunga has been. Kachunga will come out here.
That's exactly what's happening. Sitting very comfortably, aren't we? You would have expected the response to that first half from Derby County for a short period of time.
Derby half, kick down the right side, and Derby deal with it very comfortably.
Wells straight into the action.
In the corner or throw in. I think they're turning for Huddersfield player. Certainly did. Going to Derby in their own half. Headed on, no one there. And there'll be a throw in. Now Huddersfield inside the Derby half. Throw back to the keeper there.
Whatever happens this season, Hefler has written his name into Huddersfield Town legend for a few things. I prefer to dwell on his goal against Leeds, perhaps.
Yeah, the footballing ability.
Yes, as the moment that sealed his place rather than anything else.
To the keeper for Huddersfield. Is he going to go long? He is. Who's going to win the header? Derby County. Is he back down by Huddersfield?
Hefler. That's Quanah. Wells. So one back initially by Keogh, and here's Ince. We've seen a lot of him in the second half.
No, Ince has lost his foot in. Free kick for Derby.
There's that desire again.
I mean the Huddersfield.
Chasing back on Quanah, not only scoring the goal for Huddersfield, but his work ethic has been
Trust
tremendous.
me, even those paid professionals make mistakes when you come and play. Huddersfield inside their own
Whistler
half.
ready to take the kick.
Played long, headed on, and control it, and we can't, and it's pushed away. It's good defending from Derby.
Thing I did learn going through everything he's done is he's yet to score a
Good
headed goal in
challenge,
his
good
club
sliding tackle. Derby fans want a free kick, they're not going to get one.
A couple of players down on the far side.
And the player down for Huddersfield on the right, just by the touchline. The ball's kicked out of touch, he's holding his ankle.
A worry over Wells. Anya involved in the incident.
And Wells
It was
has
a juicy
just come
challenge
on,
by
and he's down
Tommy
injured.
Smith, I think. Just here. That's why Anya feels that the heat, that is a foul, which the County didn't get. Key Wells just the follow through from Pearce's clearance actually catches him.
Well, that will need care and attention. Changes are on their way for Derby.
And now the speed sides
Say
the
double.
loading up the rubbish I don't want.
Gary Rowett's gone for a treble chance here. Possibly reflecting, I would suggest, the nature of the performance. Johnny
double
Russell, Jacob Butterfield,
substitution.
Abdul Kamara being brought on.
Cameron, Russell coming on.
So Thomas Ince,
Ince
very
is
much on the
going off.
periphery in this second half, is going to be replaced by Abdul Kamara, who got a mention in Gary Rowett's pre-match interview as a man who was
Number 10
very close in his
replaced by
thinking to
number
getting a start
20.
here today. The Guinea
Substitution
international.
number 1 for Derby.
We're also going to see Vidra go off.
Vidra's going off. He's going to be replaced by Russell. He is Johnny Russell, number 7 coming on.
Johnny Russell, a player who has been
Somebody in the VIP
reports.
stream said the bold Johnny Russell. He's got a full set of hair. Off comes Bradley Johnson, and now on comes
Jacob Butterfield, the former
Butterfield.
Huddersfield
So
man.
Will Hughes is still on the pitch. I think he's still
Interested
feeling
to
that
see
knock.
who's going to change the shape here or keep things the same.
Anya's herring over to this right-hand side now.
I
Camera
actually
not
feel like doing the
surprisingly
Arsenal
taking up
Middlesbrough
station
game now.
on the left. Johnny Russell playing centrally off bench, where we have seen him a little bit recently.
Olsen puts it out for a throw into Huddersfield out on the
Jacob
right.
Butterfield very much where we would expect to see him.
Is this going to be a long throw into the box? It's not. Huddersfield does a good ball. Can he get the cross
Got there
in?
first.
Oh, he only finds
Hughes.
Will Hughes.
There is Russell.
Back to Will Hughes from Russell. Williams turning. Plays it back to Russell. And Russell plays it back
Response to
to
the crowd that are
Butterfield.
really frustrated. I'm not really sure there was much more on for Jacob Butterfield, to be honest, but maybe there was that time.
He's bringing the ball forward.
Johnny Russell.
There goes Russell.
Out here
Passes
to
it out
Cyrus
to
Christie for
Anya.
Derby.
Here comes the ball in, no one there, and that'll go harmfully out
It's gonna be
for
nice
throwing.
Razza, as he likes to be known.
It's a mundane second half. Look at that.
Only one attempt, and that was a ball from just outside the area by Derby County. That was a
1-0 down,
great
that's
save from the keeper.
Huddersfield
Diving to his right.
very comfortable at the moment. They feel they can see this out clearly, that they don't need a second goal.
Butterfield.
And if Derby now scored, is going to be promotion
Derby
to
hoping to test that
Brighton
theory
and
now.
Hove Albany.
Butterfield.
And Newcastle fans will
Russell.
be relieved.
And yet, Russell.
It's not just Derby County fans wanting the goal.
Leeds is innocent.
The Newcastle and Brighton fans hoping Derby can get an equaliser.
He gets caught.
I'm reading the chat from VIP box. A goal common. Russell has done more already than Ince did all game.
Goes down as a soft one for me.
Fantastic dive. Says DCFC 2016 on the VIP chat. Hughes is eyeing this up.
Darren Bent's taking an interest here.
Darren Bent.
Christie, Hughes, Russell.
Well, there's 4 over this. It's in a good position. There's 4 over this bowl. In a good position to get an equaliser.
It's going to be Bent.
And that flies into the crowd. That was awful from Bent.
Off the goalkeeper if somebody else was taking it.
Oh, that is well over. And a few Derby fans shielded themselves as they get smacked with the ball.
He did have that hot streak, but
that was poor indeed. That was a disappointing free kick, I must say. I was expecting better. Not even on target. Now with Huddersfield. Forward, maybe not. Maybe they can down the right. Can he get past his man, number 29? It's a bit of a wrestling match. That should be a free kick. Huddersfield still got it. It's all in the right side at the moment, Huddersfield. Going backwards, shipped back in there, and it's headed out.
And this is a great place to play when things are going well. It's to be said, but players are not giving the supporters very much to get excited about here today.
Comes to nothing.
I mean, we've got to remember, there's only been Cardiff, I think, have come here in the last 16
if Derby score and it's
gone away with 3 points.
And it's 1-1. Brighton and Albany are promoted.
Been way off here today.
Even beyond, I think it's fair to say Brighton already promoted, just hasn't been confirmed officially.
Olsen into camera. Able to rob it.
It's been stolen, and that's going to be a foul by the halfway line.
Gary Brown's just turned away, can't believe.
And that's going to be a yellow card.
What's going on here? They're giving the ball away, they're getting caught in possession. Not really playing.
It's been a good game, it's been good challenges in. It's been some good football play. The passing has been superb. Defensively has been pretty decent.
It's a yellow card
from both teams. Come on, Derby. Fulham need your help here.
Fulham.
We have a Fulham fan in the house. Hello, how are you?
Yes, Sheffield Wednesday, which for a time looked as though it might be
fans
a
getting
picture of some
behind Derby
significance for both.
County. I am 100% neutral.
Will be just horrible, really. 3 games to go after this to try and finish the season as strongly as high up the table as you possibly can.
Now go out for a goal kick.
And what a very heartening side it is. We really
now for
the worst
Town.
Bristol a month ago. But Jonathan Hogg has already got plenty of match action under his belt since that horrific injury. Christie.
He lost his foot and couldn't keep control of the ball.
Quana.
That was poor.
Cyrus Christie with him.
And he's given away a free kick.
It goes Huddersfield's way.
No, it's just a throw to Huddersfield.
Very right. Providing assistance to the referee, which he's not interested in. So Jonathan Hogg coming on.
Did say Thomas George did shout you out here in time? I can't remember.
player to be withdrawn.
Keep what we have is the message there, isn't it?
And Joe Lolly is coming off for Huddersfield. He's had a really decent game. Played a brilliant bowling into the box
Key link in the chain
the first
for
goal.
Huddersfield Town this season. Thankful that the initial diagnosis of that injury suffered at Bristol City was
Long throw from
fracture.
Huddersfield. Derby headed that, then it's
they
headed
got a
back
second
in.
opinion, and in
And
the end there was no
Derby
bone
hoofed
injury.
bowls somewhere, and it'll be another free kick for Huddersfield
as
in
painful
the
a psychological
semicircle
experience as
in
anything
the
else as
Derby
well.
half.
Well, we were there. It was a horrible incident. And it's wonderful to see him back on the football pitch so soon.
Coming up to the
Fear for
final
much more
10
than just the
minutes.
rest of this
Come on,
season.
Stream, hold out.
Christie,
And Christie puts the ball out for a corner
Derby up, really.
to Huddersfield.
They really are feeling the heat. You know, the crowd exasperated that they haven't been able to really
Carson can't believe
front
Christie
foot in this
just did
game, and it's
that.
been reflected in the atmosphere, and the players are feeling the pressure, and there's people below us leaving already. There's 10 minutes plus to go.
They got places to be. Back to the mother-in-laws you have to go.
Aaron Moy with the delivery. Beat Schindler at the near post. Back in by Lerber. Quite beaten to it by Keogh. It's Whitehead picked off by
Maybe
Butterfield.
Derby the counter, maybe not. They win a free kick. No, they don't. And Huddersfield continue playing on the left. Well in there. Good
That's a bit of
challenge.
feeling behind a challenge.
There's frustration behind it as well, isn't there? You clearly see players are frustrated, the crowd are frustrated.
Thomas Judd
I'm sure the
might
coaches
want to
too.
leave the game, mate. I think it's all
Wells.
sinking okay.
Play
They'll
by
go out
Whitehead.
for a harmless
The chant from
goal
the
kick
Huddersfield
from their
supporters
captain
is
Whitehead,
telling
number
Newcastle
4.
United, we are coming for you. The door is opened again. It's not wide open, but it's open for that second place.
I would say Newcastle have
Still
left the
a job
door
to be done here.
slightly
I don't care how
ajar.
Far off the pace, Derby
They've not
County
double
have
locked the
been.
front door
Still
yet
only a goal behind here.
for Huddersfield.
Huddersfield have to see
Or
this,
should that be the
this
back
game
door?
out. Be disciplined and keep up the work rate.
I would say for Huddersfield to get
enough
that
out there
second
to
spot,
make
they
them take-
still need a crowbar.
A chance or two before we're out. Whitehead.
So if Huddersfield get that second spot, it will be one of the stories of the season.
Maxwell Hughes.
No need to mention the story of last season.
Richard Keogh now for Derby.
A couple of miles up the road from Derby.
Camera. Switch flanks again. Quanah. Manu's goal. After 9 minutes is the difference between the two teams.
The game is starting to go Huddersfield's way. Derby look like they're starting to tire a bit.
At the moment, depriving Brighton of a mathematical guarantee of promotion to the Premier League.
Oh, I'm sure
Derby
Brighton will
equaliser.
confirm
However,
on
we'll change
Friday
all
night
that.
with a victory at Parra Road. The season Norwich City supporters will want to forget.
For a free kick, Jonathan Hogg.
I had Norwich City up there this season, but
And
they
fell.
totally disappointed along with Aston Villa.
Real momentum. See there under the referee's nose.
Well, our Monday night football from the Premier League comes from the Riverside Stadium, Middlesbrough against Arsenal. That follows us here on Sky Sports 1 tonight. For the Huddersfield historians out there, they will know that the home of Middlesbrough was the ground where they secured their last promotion to the top flight with a 1-1 draw on the final day of March in 1970.
Good knowledge.
And a teetotal manager Ian Greaves, for the first time in his life, began April Fool's Day with a hangover.
Home kicking now for Derby.
On earth do you know that?
A goal for Derby will confirm
I thought so.
Brighton and Hove Albany's promotion to the Premier League for the first time in their history. And there'll be a lot of Newcastle supporters more than the leaders really with this trip. And Heffler's going to get a booking for that, no doubt about it.
Debating and finally deciding to go to his pocket.
On the left side, just outside the box. This is going to be in a good area now for Derby County.
No, it isn't the big issue, it's the free kick that is conceded. That's the problem for Huddersfield.
That was a stupid challenge, 2-footed in. He's going to hope this free kick is going to be as poor as the last one. Derby. Good area, should be in swinging. This could be the moment that Brighton and Hove Albany win are confirmed as a Premier League team as the ball comes in. And that's just headed straight into the stand.
It's under pressure, it's a good ball in.
Good ball in. Post area. Good ball in, and it's headed over and out into
puts
the
him under pressure. Does enough.
I suppose it was a good enough try from Pierce. 5 minutes and ticking. And Derby fans have given up on going home. Game ain't over until the referee blows his whistle.
Quana.
Ball's gone to nobody.
Just going to dribble out of play. We are only a few minutes away potentially from a first this season.
So this would be Huddersfield's first ever win at
Huddersfield
Parra.
Town, their only attempt on goal in the game. No team has won this season in this division with a single attempt. Probably is not a great surprise, that's
It's remarkable, isn't it, really?
When you've got to score one and if the other team don't score,
they have
you
been the
win.
division's great entertainers all season long. They've been a joy to watch with their attacking front foot football, but actually sat back, felt reasonably comfortable and confident that Derby County can't hurt them.
Huddersfield holding a really good line, really well disciplined. And Derby again, still come to nothing. And Huddersfield happily put it out for a throw in from
acquisition from Munich 1860.
Derby are running out of ideas. They'll run it down the line maybe. Run into the wrong position. Come on, put the ball in, Anya. He just plays it down the field.
Alex Pierce, now Richard Keogh.
Richard Keogh plays it to Hughes.
The home supporters something to cheer here.
No, he can't go anywhere. Plays it back to Keogh. Keogh puts the ball in the box.
Away by Heffler.
The ball is missed. The ball's hit Charlong. It's a goal from Butterfield. Derby have scored. Relief at the moment for all you Newcastle United fans. And if this result stays the same, Brighton and Hove Albany are promoted for the first time in their history to the FA Premier League. He does, heads it out. It's all myth, and Butterfield just spits and hopes, and he scores.
That's why it's very difficult for Danny Ward, but that's a poor header from a player who's been outstanding.
That's a hit and hope, but he scored.
Does take a nick on the way through.
Oh, it's an own goal.
And that's what sends it into the corner. And I said it was a dangerous game.
Butterfield hits the Huddersfield player up the backside, and it goes into the right corner.
They may get one.
So 1-1, and here come Huddersfield again, hoping to retake the lead.
It's Smith's cross.
I thought he was out of play.
Christie with a challenge.
Good challenge from Christie on Parra.
As it stands, this is the situation.
So Brighton are up.
Huddersfield would no longer be able to catch Brighton with only 12 points available from those final 4 games.
Long kick from the Huddersfield keeper. Heads up. Really just got the ball. Could Derby nick this in the last minute of normal time or win this in injury time? Not a dreadful through ball like that. Is this a draw or will we have a winner? Oh, come on, still don't mess up on me now. Could be 5 minutes of injury time as Anya runs the ball up.
5 added minutes here.
5 minutes.
Remarkable the intensity that Huddersfield have put into their forward.
Will there be a lot of tension around a few grounds? A few supporters now are on tender hooks.
Ultimately, you do feel in the long run, in the overall big picture, that if it stays this way, it won't be a bad point. But they had an opportunity to really put the pressure on.
Now the Derby fans are singing.
They may have blown it.
Oh my God, they're singing "Come on, Derby." The stream's gone all strange and weird now. Come on, stream, get back to normal. What are you loading? Stay like that. I don't think we're going to be able to do Arsenal v Middlesbrough. I don't think I'll be able to get a good enough stream.
Playoff positions, and you wouldn't feel that Huddersfield is in the jeopardy of some, but
also the ball played through. Oh, but he's lost his footing and he pushes his man over. He could be booked for that. Will the referee let him off?
Do not put any hand or don't give him any option, any possibility.
Tell him to move away.
Olsen puts his arm, his hand, it's not enough to push him over, but when you do that, you give the defender an opportunity to go
Olsen
down.
Committed a foul there.
Most defenders will take it.
Long kick. There's going to be one last minute of drama in this championship game at Parra.
Russell hunting it down. Here's Christie for Derby.
Now Derby have to move forward quickly and with purpose. Parra puts it out for a throw-in to Derby County. Derby leave it at the ball forward. They're stuck in their own half.
Here's Richard Keogh.
Sloan passes it out.
Olsen chips the ball down that left. Oh, that's been headed out for another throw-in. It's in a good position for Derby. They can do this quickly. Some good passing. Get a crossing. You never know. Bent has lost it. Butterfield after the whistle had gone.
And the ball was but the whistle had gone.
There'll be an element of pleasure in how hard they've worked and how well they've defended, how well they've managed Derby County, but there'll also be an element of
2 minutes to go.
massive frustration because they've missed
Brighton
a real
and
opportunity
Albany
here. They've come and they've played against a team who
and
were
ready to
a little bit
pop
below
the
par.
champagne.
They
Now
very much
be
looks like they
relief
haven't
from
taken
Newcastle
advantage of that.
fans.
Hefferler.
Middle of the park for Derby, bring the ball forward.
He's got Russell with him.
Russell needs to play the ball in quick. Oh, that's a poor goal. Poor goal
One of the
indeed.
goal scorer for Huddersfield.
Any chance here for Huddersfield to come forward? Ball's in the middle now. You've got to your right to your left. He goes right.
Wells with a strike.
And Wells just kicks the ball out for
Maybe in the last chance. I mean, we haven't seen any of this from Huddersfield all evening, have we, really? quick counter-attacking, passing that they
a good ball
generally do in
middle.
every game, home and away.
Wells gets the ball in there.
Comes to
Nobody
Wells,
there
just
for
pulls the
him.
shot a little bit. It was going to take something spectacular to beat Scott Carson.
He could have tried going a bit more in the
Second
box
shot on
and
target,
maybe
that thing
taken
you were
a
talking
shot.
about teams winning, having
At the moment,
not happening
looks like
today.
both going to share the
Just call me the
spoils.
kiss of death.
Ooh, bit dodgy there from Huddersfield.
One of their very few
Ward will need
communication
to have the
breakdowns
ball
all
if he
season.
rolls it out.
No harm done.
Well, that's some concentration there from Huddersfield Town. To score Derby. As Brighton fans say, Huddersfield don't score.
Positives, Gary Rowett, and his team
Brighton
kept going.
supporters are
Positive.
virtually
Like
ready
he,
to
since his
pop
time
them
here, is
corks.
going to remain unbeaten at home. It's another
Seconds
positive.
down.
Also, he'll know that
When Derby nick it in the
Some work
last
to be
minute,
done here.
can Huddersfield retake the lead? Well, that's the game over. Both teams will share the spoils. And all that's left to say is thank you to everybody who's listened into the stream, all 8 watching. And all I've got to say is well done to the Seagulls. The Seagulls will be playing in the Premier League next season. They have been confirmed as promoted this afternoon, as Huddersfield cannot catch them now. Congratulations to Brighton and Hove Albany. Newcastle a sign of relief as they lost today. Huddersfield, can they grab second spot? I really doubt it now, but they'll be in the playoffs. And Derby County, it's going to be difficult now to make the playoffs, but I think Derby next season with Gary Rowett as the manager and new signings, they'll be a force to be reckoned with next season. Anyway, thank you to everyone who's listened in, and I'll say thank you very much and goodbye.